And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode is Supergirl Season 4, Episode 21. We're down to the wire, people. Supergirl's literally 1 week away from being over for the season finale. And of course, tomorrow marks the beginning of the season finales for Arrow. And of course, Flash as well. But I do want to, before I even, begin talking about this episode, I want to remind you, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back. So if you're a fan of that show and you want my thoughts on it, I'm going to be covering that as well for the summer as well. That Krypton's coming back, so I will be doing that as well. And of course, the final season of Legion. So when that comes out as well, you can catch it here in this channel. So let's talk about Supergirl, and spoilers if you haven't seen the episode yet, because a lot of things have happened here. A lot of even little pieces that I didn't even think that they were due. I mean, they could be doing it. I'm taking guesses what's going to happen moving forward, but we'll get to it. So, obviously, we all know that Supergirl finally found out what's going on with Lex and what's his whole goal in mind. Well, he wanted to use the Soviet Union Supergirl to pretty much attack America, only for him to be the one to save, America from being destroyed by another country, and of course Supergirl as well, because the government apparently doesn't know about her having a clone, except for the president apparently, who he's working with. And then we got to see Kara get kidnapped, so we got to see her, be face to face with her Soviet Union version of herself. And I gotta say, right off the bat, seeing her play another character or another version of herself, and I don't know if the, Melissa Benoist, I believe that's her last name, I don't know if she actually learned that language to become the Soviet Union Supergirl. If she did, good job on her. Her accent was spot on, like really convincing that she was actually a Russian person. So that was cool. And for some reason, that the makeup they used on her to make her look more, foreign, that was cool. For some weird reason, I actually thought she looked like Jennifer Lawrence. But go figure. But okay. So while that's all happening, you have Brainy and Dreamer, literally trying to find the missing, I guess, aliens who got kidnapped by Lockwood, who, by the way, eventually found out that Lex was using him throughout the whole time that he was Agent Liberty and all that. So the whole Agent Liberty, moments that we saw him go from being a advocate against, alien rights all through now, it was pretty much Lex Luthor's whole idea of coming it all together. Using him as a pawn, like, how he uses chess pieces. And, having him be a part of the government and getting detailed information there. He pretty much used them. And even Lockwood pretty much got pissed off about that. So that was interesting. We got to see him kind of have a throwdown with Metallo. Metallo got his ass beat again. So that was funny. Soviet Union Supergirl, she fought our girl, Supergirl, as well. They fought each other by, Alex's mother's house, or Kara's stepmother's house. And Kara kind of got her butt whooped a little bit, only because she kind of had, like, photon blast coming out of her hands. I guess Lex modified her, or she evolved, or something. That was pretty interesting. She was shooting, like, purple electricity out of her hands, kind of like how what Captain Marvel would do in Marvel. That was pretty cool. Kara went down pretty hard. And then, of course, the ending literally shows Lex Luthor carrying a dead Kryptonian, being the Soviet Union Supergirl. Is she dead? I don't think so. I think they're just using that to make Lex the hero that he wants to be. Because remember, if you know Lex Luthor's backstory in the comics, especially the new stuff, he wanted to be Superman in front of the people. In the eyes of the people, he wanted to be the hero, the savior, the people's champion, if you will. That's why he's always obsessed about killing Superman in the comics, especially the new stuff now. And that's always been his drive and his goals to go for world domination. He wants to rule the world, but he wants to do it in a way where he's viewed as a god among everybody, because he's super smart. He's always like 5 steps ahead of everybody. maybe not against maybe like Batman, but still, like everybody else, he's pretty much untouchable when it comes to being a genius. And yeah, he's always just so menacing every time. Especially if you ever watched that, if you saw that first episode with him when we first saw him in this show, man, that thing gave me goosebumps. The actor who plays him was great. So we're probably gonna see him next week's episode. It looks like they're going towards him becoming President Luthor. Maybe we'll get that next season. Time will tell. And of course, we even got some moments with Brainy and Dreamer. They got captured and something happened to Brainy. They were torturing him, and it looks like he turned kind of dark a little bit, where he was acting like kind of like what the original Brainiac would be. Like if you have a toy and you have like a demo mode, I guess, and then you put it to regular mode and you just play with it a little bit and it becomes normal. If you go back to manufacturing settings and it goes back to that and acts all weird and differently, that's what he was doing. To me, it felt like they were teasing for us as the audience watching it, teasing that they might bring Brainiac into the next season. If you know the story of Brainiac, he conquers Earth. Well, not really Earth, more like other planets, shrinks them down. He's the one who took Kara's, city of Kandor. He shrunk it, and he has in like a little glass jar. He's the one who was responsible for that. In some of the comic books, he's actually merged with Lex Luthor. So if that actually comes to fruition, that would be kind of cool. Maybe we'll do see like Brainiac in the next season. Who knows? I mean, we're getting him in Krypton, but even though it's a totally different show, but it'd be kind of cool to see Brainiac and Supergirl. Especially if they decide to use him to merge with Lex. I think that'd be pretty cool. But other than that, the episode was pretty interesting. Like I said, very good, cool moments here and there. The ending was surprising because just seeing Lex's plan come to its final moments, it's like, wow, this guy really might be the one, might actually win something for once. Because normally when Superman's around, he usually fails. But he does it in such a cool style. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all ends. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight's episode of Supergirl. What do you think is going to happen in the season finale? Do you think Lex is going to end up being the new president? Are they going to go that route? Do you think Brainiac might pop in at the ending to set up next season? Maybe Superman might pop back in. We all know where he's at. He's somewhere in New Krypton somewhere, having Superboy with Lois, so there's that. So you never know. But yeah, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think is gonna happen. Thank you very much and have a good night.